in Queensland, Australia. I'm super excited to be crafting with you this morning, and I apologize for not being on last night. But the trip to the hospital and back took a little bit longer with my daughter than expected. So by the time I got home, I was wiped out. Started at 4:15 a.m. in the morning and got home last night at around 6 o'clock. So by the time I got home, I was like, I am absolutely beat. So welcome, and it's exciting to be crafting with you here. This is my last episode of my Christmas in July. So there's a few people that have actually taken me up on the offer of ordering $100 or more to get the free mega kit. Now, I will extend that ordering special until midnight tonight. So if there's anyone that absolutely loves what I created throughout the week, you can get a free mega kit of one of each project sent out to you if you order $100 or more, and I will extend the offer until midnight tonight. So that is midnight, Saturday, the 29th of July, 2023. So if you're watching this after that date, sorry, that special has gone. So I will actually send you out a kit of all the supplies to make one of each project, minus the embellishments, because you can use your own embellishments. So this is the 5th video that I have done this week. So it's been absolutely awesome going live every day. And I'm excited to be here crafting with you again. So it's been a long time since I've done a Saturday morning live video, but I hope that I will have lots of people on and join me to watch my live video this morning. So good morning. I can see quite a few of you jumping on. Please feel free to share the video and give me the thumbs up if you love what I do. So this morning I'm actually going to, for the last lot of projects, I'm going to make 2 projects this morning using the horse and sleigh bundle. So the horse and sleigh bundle is one of our online exclusives. So you'll see all the supplies list down in the show more box down below, and you'll also see it in the description of this video. So if you love anything that I have created all week this week, the supply list is always in the description of the video. So, or always in the show more box down below on YouTube. So hello and welcome. I can see quite a few of you jumping on. So I'm excited to be crafting with you on a Saturday morning for a change. The reason why I didn't go live last night was, as some of you knew, my daughter was getting her wisdom teeth taken out yesterday. So I had to drive all the way back to my hometown, Lismore, and take her to the hospital, and then wait until she had her operation, and then wait until she got out of recovery, and then bring her all the way home. So my morning started at 4:15 a.m. yesterday morning and we got home at around 6 p.m. Last night. So of course it was a huge long day, and we actually ended up having early showers. She didn't eat very much. She had a bowl of custard, I think it was, and we laid up in bed and watched a little bit of TV and had an early night. So it's really funny that they love to have their mother around when they're going through something like that. So the first thing she said when she opened her eyes was, "Is my mum here?" So they called me and I raced over to the hospital, and I can tell you she was pretty out of it when she came out of anesthetic. So I can honestly tell you, I don't want to see her ever get into drugs or be so drunk that that's what she's like. She's quite funny. She's very funny, but she was pretty out of control when I first got there, and I was like, wow. So never seen her in that state before. So it was a little bit strange to see that, but she's recovering very well. She went to bed last night and didn't really have much pain. Got up at about 3 a.m. this morning, took a couple of Panadol, went back to bed. She's got an ice pack on this morning and taken another couple of Panadol this morning. So she's doing all right. So she's traveling okay. So, and thank you everyone for all the well wishes. Like, there was quite a few of you that popped the well wishes onto my page when I said I wasn't going to go live. So let's get to crafting, because that's what you're all here for. So I have the beautiful horse and sleigh bundle that is the online exclusive. So we have the horse and sleigh stamp set, and we also have the dies that go with it. Okay, so I'm going to use some of the designer series paper as well to make, I haven't used the actual horse and sleigh yet. I've actually used the paper and I've used some of the sentiments and things in cards that I've made, but I haven't used the horse and sleigh yet. So I'm quite happy to share a card with you this morning and create something with that. So of course I'm going to start off with typical card base size of 5 3/4 by 8 inches, folded in half. Now the thing is with this horse and sleigh set, it's actually the horse and sleigh, the picture on the front doesn't actually really represent the size of the stamp. So the picture on the front you can see here looks quite small, and you would think you could maybe nearly fit it on a card that way, but you can't. You have to do your cards this way because it's a lot bigger. This is the stamp here. So as you can see, by doing a landscape card, it will actually fit that way, but it definitely will not fit going the other way. Okay, so that's one thing to keep in mind when you're actually doing a card with this bundle, is to make sure you do it in the right orientation to get it to sit exactly how you want it to sit, and to be able to actually fit on the front of your card. Now, I was actually seeing if I already had a layer cut there, but I don't. So I'm just going to cut a layer. Bear with me while I grab my paper trimmer. I'm just going to cut a layer to go on the front. So, of course, my first layer that I do, I always do it at 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. Now, I do my layers the same all the time, and I mean absolutely all the time, so that I know that when I go to do my layers, I might cut the designer series paper while I'm here too. I know that when I go to do my layers that I can go straight to my go-to measurements, and I never actually, it's so ingrained in my brain that I actually never really have to think about it. So because I've done that one 3 3/4, I'm going to do it just 1/8 of an inch smaller. So I'm going to do it 3 5/8. I feel like I want to take some off the bottom. So I'm going to take a little bit off the bottom first. So I'm going to take probably 1/2 inch off the bottom, or could I take an inch? I could take an inch. I'm going to take an inch. Will an inch be okay? Oh, no, I'm going to take 3/4 of an inch. Let's just take 3/4 of an inch. I want to see more of the trees, so I'm going to take 3/4 of an inch. I might even use that for the inside. All right, so I'm going to go to 3 5/8 like that. And I'm also going to go, I think I'm going to leave it like that. So I'm going to go to 5 3/8 there. And that's my piece for the front. So keep all these scrap pieces, because you never know when you might like to use them on another project. So don't throw them away. They're always quite handy to have. So we've got that all ready for the front of the card. And sorry, I was deep in concentration. I haven't seen. There's quite a few of you on. Hello. Good evening from Wisconsin, Pauline. Hello, welcome. And I've got Ina, I suppose that's how you say your first name, from Canada. Welcome. So we've got Canada, we've got Australia, we've got, where else have we got people from? Melbourne, New South Wales. Hello and welcome, everybody. So Indianapolis, Indiana. Hello, welcome. So please feel free, Pennsylvania. Hello, welcome. So please feel free to share this on your social media sites so that other people can join us for a fun, crafty session this morning. So this is a free class that I hold. I hold a free class every Monday here on YouTube and on Facebook. And I decided that I would do a series of Christmas in July projects this week to celebrate Christmas in July and to get an early start on our Christmas crafting. All right, so I'm going to take the sleigh now, and I'm actually going to do that. I think I'm going to do it in basic grey, to tell you the truth. I tend to, when I'm actually going to colour, I like to do my inking in basic grey, not black. Now, it's personal preference, and by all means, if you like using your black memento, then by all means go for it. Now, I haven't used this stamp before, so I'm actually going to do my smooshing technique. So my smooshing technique is I ink it up, and then I just smoosh it on a page like that. And the reason that I do that, hello, I've got someone from Washington State. Hello, welcome. So I do it like that to actually get any of the residue that's on there off so that then the ink doesn't get repelled. Christine, my daughter's doing very well. She's on the phone talking to one of her good friends. And yeah, she's doing pretty well. So I'm just going to ink that up and I'm going to stamp that down. So I'm using a pierce mat because it's a photopolymer stamp. I'm using a pierce mat to make sure that I get a good crisp stamped image. And as you can see, a perfect crisp stamped image there. All right, so I'm just going to do a little bit of basic coloring on this to add a little bit of color for our horse and sleigh, and then we will actually be able to cut it out. So I'm going to use a little bit of Pool Party to do the sleigh. We're going to do the sleigh in Pool Party. Now, I'm just going to add a little bit of dark down throughout here and a little bit of dark down through there, just to create a little bit of difference when it comes to our coloring. And then I'm just going to go through with the light in circular motions and color over the top of where I've put the dark. So the main thing with blends is making sure that you blend it really, really well. Now, I feel like what actually happens with a lot of people is that they don't blend enough. And so the more that you blend, the better that that color looks. Okay, so I could actually add a little bit more dark to get a little bit more of a okay, so I'm just going to add a little bit more dark, then with my light, just circular motions and color over the top of that. So all we're really doing is blending where the light and the dark meet. That's all we're actually doing. And then let it actually fade, because when it actually fades, you'll find that you'll get the nice color happening. Okay, so then I think with our horse, we're just going to do a little bit of our crumb cake. So we're just going to do a little bit of crumb cake, and I don't want a lot of color on the horse. I think this stamp is fantastic with just the detail that it's got. So I'm just going to go with my light crumb cake where some of that shading is, and through the tail a little bit and through the mane a little bit, because I don't want a lot of color on there. Then I'm going to get my color lifter, and I'm just going to do circular motions where that color stops. And all that's going to do is blend that a little bit to make it look like it's a white horse with a hint of the crumb cake. So really not adding a lot of color at all. Okay, so that's all I really wanted to do, was add a little hint of color there. So then, of course, we want to do something here with the people that are in the sleigh. So I think I might do just a little bit of, what have I got here? Dark real red. I might just do a red scarf. A red scarf and a red beanie, I think, will be enough. A little red hat and a little red beanie with a white pom-pom. And I think that will be quite enough. We might even do a little bit of dark crumb cake on here. Not quite sure what that is, but we'll add a little bit of crumb cake there. And I think that will do. I think it's a little hint of color, but gives a really good look. Look at all the colors. Yes, my daughter is good, Kayla. Thank you. Okay, so now I'm going to use the die that goes with that stamp set, and we will run that through the cut and emboss, and we will cut that out. So we have that die there. Now I've gone ahead of time and I've cut out quite a few bits and pieces. Now there is actually this piece here, which I like the look of this. I think I might do that maybe in silver foil. So we'll bring in the cut and emboss and we'll cut those out. Okay. Okay. And my poor cut and emboss, the plates are a little bit warped and gone crazy after being at retreat. So I do apologize for that. I feel like I really need some new plates. Okay, let's see if we can get that. I think that's about right. So let's hold our breath and hope that that cuts it out perfectly. Okay, so we'll run that through. And we didn't do too bad a job. So we have our horse and sleigh. And then I think I'm going to run this through to get a little bit of silver. So let's grab some of my silver that I have here, my silver foil. And I think I can pop it up in there. Look at that. Oh, could probably pop it right up in there. No, we'll pop it there. Okay. So let's run that through. Oh, where's the chair thief today? Well, because Sue, because my daughter is here and because she's in bed convalescing after her wisdom teeth operation, he is in bed with her. And I just somehow lost my die in all that. Where did it go? Where did the die go? That's a worry. Okay, so it's there. It's not on the back of the plate. Ah! I just lost my die. Not in there. Not under there. How did that just disappear? Anyway, I'm sure I will find it later. Oh, that's a worry. Anyway. All right, so that can actually go on there and we can have like a gorgeous silver. Yeah, Sue, I did get the flick, apparently. Apparently so. Oh, I have no idea where that die went. Oh, there it is. Ah, phew, it's okay. I found it. I thought it could have fallen, Donna. I thought it could have fallen inside the die cutting machine. I agree. I was like, maybe that is where it is, but no. Found it. It flicked over there towards my cardstock. So let's grab that and pop that in. So I've gone ahead. I'm going to just glue this designer series paper down. I actually had that, Donna, talking about a die falling down into your machine. I actually had that happen once and I had to pull the whole machine apart. Had to physically pull the whole machine apart to get the die out. I couldn't, it kept falling further and further into the machine. And I physically, it was in my big shot machine, not in my cut and emboss. And I physically had to pull it all apart. Okay, so we've got that. And I do think I want to put a little bit of ribbon on here. I mean, although I'm going to glue that on, I still think, well, you know me. I mean, Sue, I need ribbon, don't I? You know me with ribbon. I physically can't do anything without ribbon, but I'm wondering where I can put ribbon on this. Okay, so I've got that piece there that's going to go onto my die cut. So we're just going to pop that on there, and that is physically going to make the bottom of that sleigh look really, really cute. Hey, Julie, you finally got me live instead of the replay. Well, that's awesome, isn't it? Okay, so I've gone ahead and I've cut out a mountain of trees. I've got trees in Pretty Peacock. I've got trees in our soft shimmer paper, and I've also got silver trees. So I don't really know what I'm going to use them on. I'm going to make 2 projects with this. So I want to use the trees on both projects. So I don't want to use too much of something on this one and then not have enough for the other. But see, I'm thinking I would like to have one of these in behind. So this soft shimmer paper is stunning. So I'm thinking one in behind and maybe a silver one in behind. Maybe silver first and then the other one. Let me see. Let's do a dry run of this. Let's get rid of that card base out there. Let's do a dry run. So we'll do that. we will do that. We're going to do our sled going over the top. Oh, so we could actually do those in there a little bit. No, I like them out there. Okay, so let's do them out there. We're going to do that. And maybe another one and a silver one. Oh, pretty peacock. Pretty peacock and silver, maybe. Pretty peacock and silver in behind. But where am I going to put the bow? You know me, I like to have a bow. Ribbon under the horse and sleigh. Well, that's what I was thinking, like to actually do that. So I think I will. I think I'm going to use that gorgeous silver so it's not too overpowering. Yeah, it definitely needs it, doesn't it? Okay. You've got me, Doris. You've got me. I'm definitely going to do that. Doris has given me the idea, so I'm going to go with Doris's idea. We will just pop a little bit of Seal Plus on there and on there. And we will wrap that ribbon around. See, it already looks better. It physically already looks better with some ribbon. Yeah, well, the color, do I say it, Ina? Is that how I say your name? Where you said the color on the image. Love the color on the image. I'm hoping I'm saying your name right. Yeah, just some nice soft coloring. It didn't need a lot. Didn't need to be overpowered too much. So I think that's quite good. So let's do the silver. The silver on the tree. Your mother made these every month and she sent them to your family. Well, that sounds fantastic. Like, I think, see, it's really good to get a jump start on your Christmas crafting. I know a lot of people think it's way too early for Christmas crafting, but it's not. It's never too early for Christmas crafting. I mean, Christmas crafting to me is absolutely the pinnacle of crafting. I'm going to get a silicone mat to pop that on because I've got some glue on the back and it wants to stick to my table. So I'm just going to get my silicone mat out and pop that on there so I can actually stick that down so I can press into it. Okay, so we've got one of the silver trees and I'm going to pop one of these. What is the name of the ribbon or the page number? Okay, so the ribbon is not in, it's not in a catalog, Donna. It's in our online exclusives. So I wonder whether I can get my online exclusives up. Hang on and I'll see if I can get my store up and I'll show you. It should be in the show more box down below because I'm sure I've actually put it in the show more box down below. But let me just share my page with you. So I'm going to share my screen, my window, and Chrome tab. Is it this one? Why can't I share it? Select tab. I'm trying to find the actual screen. It's not actually wanting to share that. Hang on. I'm trying to, or did I not? There. Okay, let's try that. There we go. Okay, let's share this. All right, so, no, sorry, hang on. Stop sharing that. That's not what I want to share. I just had it. Window. I don't know why it's not actually allowing me to share it. Anyway, there we go. Christine's got it. Item number 161633. There you go. It's in online exclusives. I'm sure it's in online exclusives. Is it? Yes, it's called Gold and Silver Trim Combo. And you get gold in it, you get silver in it. It is $15.75, or for us here in Australia, 161633 is the is definitely the yeah. So let's cancel. Okay. All right. I have no idea why that wouldn't work, but anyway. All right. So I've had glue on this tree forever. Okay, so I'm going to stick that tree over the top of that one. And I'm actually only gluing the tree down. You'll see on the bottom, I'm actually not gluing the tree on the top because I want the tree to sort of sit free, that it's able to move wherever it wants to move. So then I'm going to do, I think I'm going to do a pretty peacock one this end, and I'll do a silver one over the top. Or we could, do I want to do silver over the top, or do I want to do the soft shimmer over the top of this one? Type it into the comments. Soft shimmer or silver over the top of that one. I'll wait and see what you say. While I'm waiting to see what your thoughts are on whether I put the silver or the soft shimmer, I'll pop some dimensionals on the back of my horse and sleigh. Soft shimmer, says Christine. All right. Soft shimmer, says Kelly. Kay says soft shimmer. Okay, soft shimmer is it. Sounds like that's the vote. All right, so I've got some dimensionals on my horse and sleigh. So let's add a little bit of glue onto that. I mean, this shimmer paper is stunning, isn't it? I'm going to pop him in under there too. Okay, so like that. Then, of course, we will take our dimensionals off. And I've still got to stamp a sentiment for this. So I love the sentiment, wishing you a season of cheer. Or even sending warmth your way is quite cute too. I think I'm going to do that there, like that. So we've got our horse and sleigh down. I've got room to pop my bow there, which is what we want to do. Let's pop some dimensionals on the back of that, and we can pop that onto the front of our card now. Okay. I know, the paper is the star of the show. I am telling you, it is absolutely stunning, the paper. Now, remember, this is the final part of my Christmas in July. So this is the final video out of 5 videos that I have done this week. So if you haven't seen the other videos, please make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and head back over and look at videos 1, 2, 3, and 4, because we've had some great fun Christmas crafting this week. And you can earn, as I said, I've extended the ordering offer till midnight tonight. You can actually earn a free kit to make one of each of these projects if you place an order of $100 or more. If you place an order of $150 or more, I will also throw in a free pack of embellishments for you. All right, so we have that. Isn't that just looking so super cute? And I mean, honestly, a couple of trees, a stamped image with a little bit of coloring, and you have a beautiful scene. So I think I'm going to, this wishing you a season of cheer, I like that stamp. So I think I'm going to do that on a piece of basic white. So we'll bring that in. I think I'm going to do it in a really nice, do I want to do it in Pool Party, or do I want to do it in Pretty Peacock? So let's probably do one of each and see what we think. So let's do the Pool Party one first, and then we'll do, so I've got Pool Party, and then we'll do Pretty Peacock. Ooh, she says we'll do Pretty Peacock. Where is my Pretty Peacock ink? Oh, right there on my desk. It was out from yesterday. 1, 2, 3, and 4 are terrific. Thanks, Doris. And it has been fun to bring you this awesome Christmas in July crafting series. So we have one there in Pool Party. Let's bring this one in and let's do it in Pretty Peacock. And let's see which one we want to pop on to our project. So we have one in Pretty Peacock and one in Pool Party. Do we want Pretty Peacock or do we want Pool Party? Which one? I'll trim them off so that they're not as big and bulky as they are there. Okay, so let's grab that little handy dandy paper trimmer and we'll trim them down. All right, so I'm just going to go like that. And I'm going to trim a little bit off the top and a little bit off the bottom just to thin it down. Actually, I can't trim any off the bottom. I'm going to trim a little bit off the top just to thin it down a little bit. Okay, that. Or do we want to do, so we've got Pool Party, Peacock. Either looks great. Pool Party, Peacock. So we're even at the moment. So we need 5 votes for one of the colors to work out which one. So we've got Pretty Peacock stands out more. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got 4 for Pretty Peacock. Okay, so let's trim a little bit more off that one. I think it's going to be Pretty Peacock. There you go, Pretty Peacock. Sue pushed us over the edge. Well done, Sue. Okay, Pretty Peacock it is. All right, so I'm just going to pop that up there. And I think do I want to pop it up or do I want to? Yeah, I think I'll pop it up. You know me. Okay, so let's pop some dimensionals on the back. Whoops. There. Now I've got some gorgeous, those tinsel gems that I was using yesterday. I think are going to look absolutely fabulous on this card. So I've got some of them. Now, I can use these ones up the top. Or actually, I think I'll use the bottom ones. They look more pool party-ish. Okay. All right. I think I'm going to use these ones. So let's add some there. And maybe one up there and maybe one down there. Okay, and then I'm going to do my bow. So these are the Tinsel Gems 3-pack. So they are gorgeous, stunning. All right, so let's grab our bow. So if this is the first time that you have watched, or if you've been watching me for a while but you haven't commented, please feel free to say hello in the comments because I love knowing that I have new people watching, and I also love knowing that there's someone out there that hasn't commented before that has decided to say hello to us, because don't lurk in the backgrounds. Say hello. Let us know that you're watching. Okay, so we have our cute little bow, and doesn't it just look stunning with the bow? Like, honestly, the bow finishes it. I mean, Sue, can you agree with me? Sue gives me a hard time about my bows. All right, so I'm just going to add a little bit of Seal Plus there to add my bow into, like that. Okay, so on the inside, I'm actually just going to take that little, we've got some trees here. So I'm going to take the larger tree, and I'm probably going to stamp that in Pretty Peacock. And then I might take the little branchy bit and stamp that in Pool Party for the insert. Now, I could just stamp straight on the inside of that card, but you know me, I like to have layers. So I've got layers already cut over here. So I'm just going to take one of my layers to be able to do that, because it just makes it more finished if you actually add a layer. Now, these are narrow enough to put on these little blocks, these little long, narrow blocks, which is good. So let's grab Pretty Peacock. And I'm just going to stamp my larger tree with the Pretty Peacock. And I need a bit of scrap paper because that's going to stamp off the edge of my cardstock. And I don't want to put anything on my pierce mat. So let's just stamp that like that. And then, of course, we will do in our pool party, we will do the branchy pieces. Oh, Leonie, so you said you didn't normally chat because you didn't know you could. So, well, hello and welcome. And I'm so glad that you decided to chat. That is awesome. Okay. So there we have a nice little gorgeous look there. Okay. Wishing you a season of cheer. You know what? And I think I'm going to say, and a happy new year inside because we can. Is that and a happy new year? Yes. So why not? Okay. I might just, is that big enough? Yes. Okay. So we'll do that in Pretty Peacock. And a happy new year. So as I said, you can actually earn this kit for free, the mega kit, to make one of everything that I have made this week with a qualifying $100 or more order through my online store using my host code. You must use my host code. And you will see that in the show more box down below. You will also see a list of all of the products that I have used on each video. I've actually done a supply list so that if there's anything that I have used throughout the video that you think you might want to add to your qualifying order, you can see it in the show more box down below or in the description of the video. So there you go. Card number 1 using the gorgeous horse and sleigh. Absolutely stunning. And as I said, yes. And Kayla's saying the same thing. The paper is stunning. It is. I think I need to buy quite a few packs of it. All right. So let's pop that aside. So then I decided that I wanted to do just a tree. Instead of doing the horse and sleigh, I thought I wanted to do a card just using the tree. So once again, I've got a card base size of 5 3/4 by 8 inches. And we're going to fold it in half. And we've got our card front there. I'm then going to use a pool party layer, but I'm going to cut this layer down a little bit to make it a little bit smaller so that we get a little bit more white showing in behind. So I'm probably going to do it at 3 1/4 by 5. Okay, so 3 1/4 by 5. And then I also want to cut down a white piece to 3 1/8 by 4 7/8. And that's just going to give us a piece to go on to the front that will look really, really nice like that. Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to stamp some of those trees in the background. And I also want to add some of these die cut trees that I have here already. So I wanted to just do a simple, easy card because sometimes we can overthink our crafting and we can be too busy doing so much with our crafting and putting things on our cards that simple and elegant can look absolutely gorgeous. Okay, so I want to use a combination of the 3 colors. So I think I want to do the silver in the middle. Okay, so just like that. Okay, and then I think even a cute circle of vellum in the background. So let me see. Where is my big punch? My big circle punch here. Can you see it? No, that's 2 inches. We may as well do a 2 1/4 inch punch. I have a 2 3/8 inch. Here it is here. Yep, 2 3/8. Let's do a vellum circle like so. in behind there. Okay, now I have the gorgeous snowflakes, and I apologize, I haven't put these in our in the supply list, and I do apologize for that, but I think I want to do sending warmth your way. I think will be a cute little sentiment. So sending warmth your way like this. Okay, I'm going to do a little bit of blending in that background just to add a little bit of color in behind there. So I'm going to grab my Pierce mat that disappeared under there. Okay, so I'm going to grab my Pierce mat. Also going to grab that scrap piece of paper. I'm going to grab a blending brush that I can use for that color, which is there. Look at that. Yes. Okay. So we'll do a little bit of pool party blending in the background. And I need to stick this stamp on a block. I've got it in my hand and it's it's going to get lost. So let's stick that stamp on there. Okay. So I'm just going to do a little bit of blending in the background with my pool party, just to add a nice highlight in the background. Then I want to do a little bit of spritzing, and I think I'm going to do it with, we'll do it with pool party. Yeah, we'll do it with pool party. I want to do a little bit of spritzing just on there. So I'm just going to spritz a little bit around, just to add a little bit of a highlight. So that's just using your Stampin' Right marker and spritzing. So you just pop your brush tip in and you just spritz like that. So that adds a little bit of difference in our background. Then when we go to put our vellum and our trees on, as you can see, we've just got that nice little creation there. All right, so I'm going to glue the vellum down in a spot because our trees are going to cover. So I'm just going to add a little bit of Seal Plus just there. And that's going to glue our circle down. But it's totally okay because our trees are going to cover where we did that. So you're not going to see where I actually did that vellum, where I actually put the glue on the vellum. I'm also going to use my ribbon because we can have a gorgeous look with a ribbon going through here. So I'm going to wrap a little bit of ribbon. I'm going to glue those together first. So I'm going to glue my pool party and my basic white together. Then I'm going to wrap a little bit of ribbon around. And that's also going to help, like wrapping that ribbon around is also going to help with holding that vellum circle down. So I'm just going to add some Seal Plus on the back to pop my ribbon into. Honestly, if you only get this silver and gold ribbon combo, you will have ribbon that will go with absolutely every project that you're doing. It will be absolutely stunning. Okay, so we have that. Now we're going to glue our trees down. I'm just going to put a little bit of Seal Plus on the back of that tree. We'll pop one there. We'll pop silver one there. And we'll pop the shimmer one over the top. So I'm just adding a little tiny bit of Seal Plus on the back. Shimmer one over the top. Okay, now we're going to stamp our sentiment that says sending warmth your way, which I think is really, really cute. So let's stamp that on a strip of our basic white cardstock and we'll cut that down as thin as we possibly can get it. Okay, so let's stamp that. And I'm just going to stamp it in Pool Party because I don't want it to be too overpowering. And I'm going to stamp it right down the bottom of that. And I didn't get ink on the whole thing. So let's turn it over and let's do it again. Okay, so sending warmth your way. Now I'm going to be able to see I've done it down right down the bottom. I'm going to be able to thin that down with my little handy dandy baby trimmer. Okay, so let's cut the end off first. And then let's thin it down. Like that. Okay. Now, I'm going to pop it. Even though I'm going to cover up a bit of this ribbon, I'm going to pop it over there so that we can have the ribbon, the bow on our ribbon there. So I'm going to pop that up on dimensionals. If I can find where I put my dimensionals. There. So I'm just going to use the edge of my dimensionals there, and I can just pop that straight over there. Okay, so we're going to do that. I actually want to cut that at a cute little angle. And same with this one. Just to create a little bit of difference there as well. So over the top of our trees and there. And then I'm going to do my bow on the end. And honestly, this is a couple of die cuts and a sentiment stamped with a little bit of blending in the background and a bit of spritzing. So we don't have to overthink our projects too much. So if you're doing multiple projects, you may want to try and do something that's simple and easy with minimal stamping that you can actually make multiple. So who does one-of-a-kind projects and who does multiple? You know what? I'm going to move that. I'm going to move that. I've changed my mind. Hopefully I can get this up. I'm going to move it because I'm going to put the bow over this side. So let's get that up. Okay, so I'm going to move that. I'm going to put the bow here. I think I'm going to move that down here. I'm going to pop the bow there, and I think I'm going to move that down there. I think it looks a lot nicer. Okay, so Sue says she does a bit of both. Merlene says she does multiples. I suppose it depends on how many people you're sending to, and yeah, how much work you want to do, I suppose. Leonie says she only does one of a kind. You get overwhelmed doing too many at once. The reason why I like doing multiples is that you can actually, once you've done the design, you just go and cut all your bits and pieces, and it doesn't take much to actually put it all together. Once you've cut all your bits and pieces, you can actually put it together quite quickly. All right, so let's bring in that card base again, and I'm actually going to pop that up on dimensionals on the front. Oops. Julie says she does both. Much better with words down the bottom. Yeah, I think so too, Merlene. For Christmas, Sue says she does bulk as you have a large number. Yep. Of in-laws as well as hubby is 1 of 15. Wow. That would be a lot of Christmas crafting. Okay, so we've got dimensionals on all that. Let's take all that off. Wow, I've got a mess here. Okay. I mean, we've still got a tree. That tree might go inside. You never know. Still have a couple of trees left. Don't want to waste them. Okay. So we're just going to pop that on the front. And isn't that looking so clean and gorgeous? Look at that. Okay. So, of course, we've got snowflakes here that we can use. So let's use a couple of snowflakes on here. And there's little ones and there's big ones. So I think I'm going to go just the little ones and the white, which I think will look quite cute. So let's go one there. That one didn't have the hole cut out, which is quite different. One up there. And I'm going to do something in these snowflakes and one just there. And then, of course, we had our gems. Where did I put them? Here they are. Let's pop a little gem in the middle of our snowflake. Ah, like that. And like that. And like that. And then, of course, we can pop some around. And maybe one just down there. What do you think? You got your snowflakes yesterday. So that's the gorgeous snowflakes. And I do apologize. I don't have them in the supply list. I just decided to add those in. They are, if you wanted to know, the item code number on those are 162129. So they are actually in our online exclusives as well. All right. So I think for the inside, I think I'm just going to glue a couple of these inside. What do you think? That and that. Just on the inside. What do you think? How cute. And honestly, people, I didn't have anything designed this morning. I just went, you know what? I'll use that bundle. And I've just come up with these as I've been on here live. So I'm just winging it this morning. And sometimes when we wing things, it's amazing what we come up with when we're just winging it. So there you go. I actually was going to use a different bundle, but then it wasn't Christmassy. I was going to use a different bundle that was out of our new catalog that's coming. So I just wanted to let you know, we actually have our new catalog coming out. We can see it now as demonstrators. We can see it online, and we're able to pre-order out of it on the 2nd of August. So if you were actually interested in getting in and doing a little bit of early Christmas crafting and getting in early with our catalog, you may want to join my team. You get to choose $235 worth of product and you only pay $169. And you can put these brand new things in your starter kit. So any of the brand new products that are coming out of our new mini catalog, you're able to put those in a starter kit. And you get to be a part of a crafty community, which is really, really awesome. So I would actually love to invite you into my crafty community. I've got a team of awesome crafters all around Australia, and it's super fun to be a part of something like that, a community like that. So if you're interested in doing something like that, please call out to me. Please give me a call. Please message me. I would be more than happy to talk you through it and see if it is something that might be for you. But Christmas crafting and getting in, it's never too early to start your Christmas crafting as far as I'm concerned. So hopefully you enjoyed those 2 cards today, and hopefully you've enjoyed my Christmas in July series, because I have thoroughly enjoyed bringing you the Christmas in July series this week. And I've got to tell you, it's been fun going live every day. It's been awesome. It's a bit hard to keep up with going live every day, but it has been really awesome. So I do promise that I do want to start getting on a little bit more often lately. Now, I'm not sure whether I will be able to jump on early next week, because I normally do a free class on a Monday, and I'm not sure that I will be able to do that. So I'm not going to promise anything, because I'm building my craft studio on Monday. So Mum and Dad will be up here on Sunday night, and we'll get an early start Monday morning putting the roof on my craft studio. So I will share a lot of photos. Everyone's interested to know what's been happening with the craft studio. So the roof will be going on this week. So that will be really, really exciting. So hopefully in 3 days, we'll have all the roof on, all the guttering, all hooked up to the plumbing and ready to go to get it finalized by the council. So that will be really, really fun. So thank you everyone for hanging out with me, and it's been awesome to be crafting with you on a Saturday morning for a change. So thank you for hanging out with me. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, please hit that subscribe button. Make sure you turn on that bell notification. If you haven't followed my Facebook page, please make sure you follow my Facebook page. And anything that you need when you're crafting supplies, you can find my online store shop link in the Show More box down below or on the description of the video on Facebook. So thank you, everyone. Have a great weekend, and I will see you all again soon. Bye for now.